Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today the sun is shining, the sky is blue, and the fluffy white clouds are out. You know, the kind that from one angle look like an adorable puppy and from the other angle look like a menacing dragon. So of course we are indoors, excited and ready to watch Mr. Yo playing as the Persians in blue take on the Viper, playing as the Burmese in yellow. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Persians, an economic powerhouse with a tech tree that is incredibly strong and diverse. To start with, in addition to getting every single economic upgrade available in the game, I will repeat that, every single economic upgrade available in the game, they do start the game with 50 extra food, 50 extra wood. Their town centers work progressively faster all the way up to 20% in Imperial, and they can be a pain in the ass to raid because take a look at the bottom of your screen. Their town centers come with double the amount of HP as the usual town center. Now, using their economic advantages, the Persians focus heavily on cavalry. Their Nightline units come with extra attack against archers. They're the only civ in the game to have access to hussars, paladins, and heavy camel riders with all cavalry upgrades from the stables and the blacksmith, which, by the way, helps with their unique unit. This is the strongest unit in the game, the War Elephant, which comes with a powerful attack, a huge amount of hit points, and does trample damage, but is both super expensive and super slow, although it can be upgraded to move 30% faster for all the good that that does. Rare to see that elite or even the basic Persian War Elephant. Would be super excited if we got to see it in this game. Now, to help support their cavalry, their war elephants on the field of battle, the Persians can actually transform their crossbows, because they don't get arbalests, into trash units by making them cost only 60 wood. Opposing Mr. Yo, we've got the Viper as the Burmese in yellow, a civilization that focuses on its mounted units. Burmese elephants do come with extra armor, can be upgraded to get even more armor. Their cavalry, all of their cavalry can be upgraded to get a powerful attack boost against archers. And their unique unit, one of the most fun units in the game, we've seen the Viper use them quite well, are the Arambai. These are ranged cavalry units that throw darts at their opponents with absolute horrible dog shit accuracy, 20-30%. But unlike other ranged units, the darts that miss do 100% damage to wherever they land. Now, to support their mounted units, especially their elephants, on the field of battle, the Burmese actually have a few cool options. First, if you want to go the infantry route, all Burmese infantry get a progressive attack boost starting in Feudal all the way up to +3 in Imperial, or you can go the route of the Spellcaster, the only Spellcaster in the game. I'm of course talking about the monks. If you go this route, monastery techs are 50% cheaper, and to help you pay for these upgrades, take a look. The Burmese start the game knowing exactly where all the relics are on the map. How cool is that? Now, in order to build an infrastructure that can support and start pumping out huge amounts of units, all lumber camp technologies are free for the Burmese. Look at this. Mr. Yo has scouted exactly where the Viper is, sees the barracks, sees the lemon bush. The Viper just now moving out. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Is he going to lame an elephant? Or is he douching? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. What is happening right now? This is 10 villagers. This is more than half of his production. The Viper is heading up to Feudal. No scouting anywhere between here. Oh my god. I am... if you guys have seen the movie A Christmas Story, when the main character looks in at the department store windows and sees the little rifle. I apologize for the esoteric... Ah! We're seeing a douche. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. Who among us has the balls to douche the Viper? Mr. Yo. Oh my god, I was so excited. I was going to make a very esoteric reference to a movie from the 80s that recently had a very bad sequel. But the movie where he sees the little gun and he gets so excited and he waits and he waits and he waits and he finally gets it. That is exactly what just happened. Oh my god. I'm in shock. Anyway, I'm gonna put the shock behind me. I'm gonna start casting the game. Mr. Yo, his town center's up. Look at this. If you're not familiar with this strategy from the Persians, because their town centers have double the HP, this is a strategy known as, probably voted informally as, the worst, most horrific douchebag strategy of the entire Age of Empires meta. That is why it is called the Persian douche. Viper's town center at 2,400. Mr. Yo's at 4,800. But look at this, the Viper going up to Feudal. He's trying to stop the villagers. He failed. And now you're hoping to destroy your enemy's town center with your much tankier, but the Viper doing a fantastic job. One of the coolest ways to defend against this is to just not defend against it at all. Just let it happen and do two things. Continue gathering resources and scout on the map like this. But whoa, no, this is terrible for the Viper. These are melee units. They are not going to bust into here. One villager is all it's going to take to defend against this. He needs an archery range, and he needs it yesterday if he wants to stop those lumberjacks from jacking lumber. Look at this. Mr. Yo has brought the entire caravan. Women, children, young and old, goats and elephants and sheep and duck and geese. Everything has been brought here. I guess we're going to see a fairly short game today. Unless this devolves into a much longer game, but in any event, oh my god, you can tell by my voice, I'm so excited. But again, the Viper's not going to accomplish anything here. Maybe get his opponent to waste a little bit of wood, but wood is not really Mr. Yo's weak point right now. Okay, Skirmisher is out. Archer, he's got a few villagers on gold. Archer in production, not out yet. The villagers on gold are crucial. Gold and wood are what the Viper need right now. He needs to get ranged units, and skirmishers are just not going to cut it right now. He needs to get archer units, and he needs to get them across the map immediately. At least the good news for the Viper, he sees where this lumberjack line is. So there's a few ways. There's essentially, I want to say, what, 4 or 5 things you need to do to defend this. Let me know in the comments below if there's something I'm missing. But number one, actually maybe 5 things. Number one, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't overreact. Don't GG immediately. Look at the Viper. Just lost his town center. Do you see a GG? Watch him GG right now. That would just be crazy. Don't panic. Don't worry. Number 2, keep gathering resources. Number 3, search with your scout, with your villager, with any unit you can in your immediate surroundings for where you can place your next town center. What resource do you want? What resource is your civ really banking on? Number 4, scout where your opponent is, because you need to deal with these villagers. If Mr. Yo runs out of wood and basically just has food at the moment, he is going to tap out, knowing that he has not accomplished much because the Viper is in Feudal. And that is essentially it. Get out your ranged units. So the Viper, not panicking. The Viper, let's take a look. Hasn't really scouted his immediate surroundings. Does see the gold. Has scouted his opponent, but where the hell are the villagers? What the Mr. Yo going very far off campus here. So those villagers are going to be nice and safe. Deletes his rebuilds it. But not the best location for Mr. Yo. We'll get the houses, the barracks. The barracks gets deleted. The villagers need to get the hell out of here. Demolishes his own structures to get them out and rebuilds right next to the gold, which is where I thought he would build, or where I hoped for his sake he would build. But look, villagers on gold, still around. Villagers on wood, still around. Realize that when your opponent does something like this, it eats up their resources, and with all the villager idle time, 10 villagers inside of here, 7 villagers, that's 17 villagers out of 26, which means the 9 somewhere out on the map, 3 here, and 3 here are the only productive villagers that Mr. Yo has. So realize that something like this, even though it puts an insane amount of pressure on you, is coming at a cost to your opponent. Would have loved to see this town center maybe here, if he could have snuck it in there. But for now, the Viper has rebuilt his town center. Gold mining up in full swing. He needs to get more archer units. So wood, gold is the name of the game. And remember, when your opponent does this, chances are they're going to be stuck in Dark Age for a long time, which is why Mr. Yo brought his goats, which is why he is ahead in villagers, having produced as many villagers as he can, going up to 30. But again, 11 of them in here, 4 of them here. 15 out of these 30 villagers are non-productive. And now the Viper needs to do one thing and one thing only: find these villagers, kill these villagers, and then all of a sudden Mr. Yo's got nothing. He's got nothing. He's got enough wood for a lumber camp, and the Viper is not GGing. The Viper is sticking around. Cool as a cucumber, just walls it off, says, you know what, you demolished one palisade? I'm just going to build another one. And again, Mr. Yo, not the greatest placement for the second town center. He will demolish some of these, but I'm not sure what the game plan is here. You know your enemy has archers. Why are you entering a kill zone? You know the Viper's going to wall you in if he can. Looking. Oh, is he going to find them? We'll keep an eye on those archers. Viper sacrificing a villager to do what? A villager to do what? Get vision? Did he delete the mining camp? The only problem now for the Viper is wood. Never mind. Rebuilds the mining camp, lumber camp on the other side here. Oh no, the Viper rolled the dice. Heads go north, tails go south. I guess the coin flipped heads, and now he's heading north. The villagers are south, but we'll see. The elephant. 12 meat left on it. What do you call this? Units of meat? 12 steaks? 12 beef flanks? I guess it's not beef, it's an elephant. And look at this, leaving one archer to be annoying here. Exciting, even though there's not a lot happening. There is a lot happening here. Now Mr. Yo, thinking he can get cheeky. I guess the town center here does give him access to these adorable lemon bushes. But did he do enough critical damage? He is now himself heading up to Feudal. But with what? The Viper, back to mining. Okay, lumberjacks are back. Foragers are back. I said mining. Oh no, this is terrible for Mr. Yo. This is terrible for Mr. Yo. I'm trying to click a yellow unit to see the Vipers. He sees the lumber camp. He moves in. This is absolutely terrible. These aren't just skirmishers. These are 4 archers, 3 of which are actual archers. Oh my God. What an awesome game. What an absolutely awesome game. Kill count to 15. Kill count to 15, and what an awesome game. Viper rebuilding the mill. Mr. Yo back to Jack and Lumber. By the way, did he even see the archers? He must have seen the archers here, right? They passed by his infrastructure. He would have seen them with the infrastructure line of sight. But now look at this. He tried to hide them. 15 lumberjacks. If these guys got up, he could build infrastructure. Look at this. A barracks. How far away was he from Feudal? He was only 40 seconds away from Feudal, but let's say you get this barracks up with 65 wood and 90 food. What the hell do you build? A spearman or 2? What the hell do you build? And the archers are already in Feudal. His pop is going up. He's got 12 army supply, and the Viper knew that when you do a strategy like this, you should send out villagers to all the corners of the map. You need to be very comfortable with decentralization when you do this kind of strategy, because you can't clump all of your units. Because when you clump all your units, when 4 ranged units show up, you GG. Because now all of a sudden, not only will you stop Jack and Lumber, but anywhere you go, these archers are going to follow, because they move, take a look, 20%, exactly 20% faster than you. So they will chase you all over the map, which means Mr. Yo's got 8 villagers here, 6 villagers here, 14 productive villagers, a barracks going up, 0 gold, FYI, even though he can't get this one, Tetris piece. But the Viper's full swinging it on this gold, was swinging it on this gold a little while ago. Lumber, gold, food. The Viper's economy is basically back up and running. And wow, Mr. Yo, I don't know if you looked at the score and saw how he was down about 400 or so points. I guess it gave him a little bit of boost when he quit. I guess the 500 food from the Feudal Age jumped back into his coffers, which means his score jumped from 824 to 875, so 50 points. But oh my God, what do you say about a game like this? Except I'm glad I caught it. I'm glad I shared it. I'm definitely going to post this game. When is the last time we saw someone try to douche the Viper? I mean, it was successful initially, destroyed his town center. But again, very basic rules. Don't lose your cool. Keep getting resources. Scout your immediate surroundings so that you know where to replace your town center. and then scout your enemy's base and try to find his villagers, because you best believe they're going to be exposed at some point because they need to go out and get more resources. And unlike you, where all of your units are basically in this area here, when you douche, you've got to be very comfortable with decentralization. Whether it's a Persian douche, whether it's we've seen a Sicilian douche before, that was freaking awesome. What's the point of looking at this? 2 militias versus 13 archers, 8 p.m. peaking for our Persian in the early stage of the game, peaking for our Burmese towards the end of the game. And look at that economy difference, about 2,500, about, what is that? 80% more economy for our Burmese. And again, didn't lose his cool. Found a new home, explored his area, explored, more importantly, his opponent's area, and then went back and said, you know what, you're taking my lemon bushes. What do you think, you're the only one who likes blue butterflies? I'm going back for mine because I know you don't have the villagers for it. Remember, your opponent, when they do this, it takes a toll. It is an all-in strategy, in my opinion. We've seen games where it goes on a little longer and eventually one player does give up, but it probably gives up about 15 or 20 minutes after they should have given up. But this is very much an all-in strategy, especially now. Take a look. If the game goes on for another 15, 20 minutes, Mr. Yo hits Castle Age. How's he going to rebuild a new town center? Plus, all of the Viper's military infrastructure is here. And at the same time, let this be a lesson to you how cool and collected he was. Still managed to get fletching for his archers. +1 range, +1 attack. All of his infrastructure is here. Unfortunately for him, he did have to delete the barracks. I wonder why the barracks and not the house. I guess he realized he wasn't going to produce anything out of the barracks, but beautiful, beautiful use of ranged units. I was a little concerned when he was attacking with his militia and the scout over here. But once those were done, the ranged units come out, and take a look at this. The Viper sniffed it out. I guess he flipped heads, went north, was the right call after all. Had he gone south, he would have gotten these villagers, but would have totally missed these ones. Except, actually, no, I think these 2 archers were coming here anyway. So the Viper knows, send scouting all over the map. Scouting is the most important, I would say, when you're getting douched. And don't defend your town center, if you know, maybe for a little bit to give you a chance to pump out a few more villagers. But don't be afraid to lose your town center, rebuild it somewhere much better, much safer. Because, you know, this is a lot of wood. Forget the stone. Wood in Feudal Age is worth more than stone. Can't spend stone unless you're the Sicilians. Wood, though, this is how much wood? 550 wood that Mr. Yo spent on this? How many archers can you build for that? So in any event, holy moly, I was not expecting that. And when I saw the move out of all those villagers, I thought he was going to take one of his elephants or some kind of proxy tower. I guess you could build a tower in you know, whatever. Anyway, take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. As always, let me know in the comments below if you agree with my assessment of how to defend against the douche, especially a Persian douche, not a Sicilian one. Because remember, the Sicilians do build their town centers faster, but the extra HP is really the Persian thing. Even though the Byzantines do get a little bit of a bump, I think in feudal, 20% extra HP, so an extra 480 HP. That is not the same as an extra 2,400 HP. So, Mr. Yo, Mr. Yo attempting to make quick work of the Viper, but the Viper, like I said, cool, calm, and collected, just pivoted exactly the way he needed to, defended this fantastically, and ultimately with the discovery of these villagers, I think this is really what clinched it for the Viper. Takes the big W, but oh man, GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.